I got a call from Child and Family Service that they were going to be honored at an event that was presented by a modeling school. And it was just before Mother's Day. It was to be a mother-daughter brunch and fashion show. And since they were going to honor CFS, they wanted a board member to possibly take some of our girls from the Pa Ola program to this brunch. So I said I'd be happy to do it. The Friday afternoon before the event, I got a call from CFS saying that the girls didn't want to go. They were having second thoughts because they had nothing to wear that was appropriate. So I said, well, let me see what we can do. And I got a couple of folks together to make donations so that every girl could have a little gift certificate at Ross's. And I offered to take them shopping the Saturday before. So I met the manager of Pa Ola, who brought the 7 girls to Ross's early that afternoon to take them shopping. And I told them that they each had a benefactor and they were all going to be able to go shopping for a dress and shoes to wear the next day. I told them that they had about an hour and a half to shop, and I told them that if any of them wanted help with shopping, I'd be happy to help them select something. These girls, I learned, were in this program and were there under extremely dire circumstances. That some of the things they were buying were things like underwear and sneakers, and clothes for school, but they still had enough money to buy a dress and shoes for the event the next day. They were buying off the sale rack and the clearance rack, and they added everything in their head so that by the time we got to the register, they were within $1 to pennies of the budget that we had given them. And they were so happy, and I wanted to have a picture with them for posterity. So I took a picture in front of Ross's with all the girls in their bags. And then we all went to lunch at Denny's after that, and we had such a good time. The next day, we showed up at the fashion show brunch, and the girls were all dressed up. They had their hair done. They gave themselves manicures. But I could see that they were a little uncomfortable. You can understand that mothers were there with their daughters. They were all dressed up. And I have to say that these girls look great. But it was out of their element, and it was a little uncomfortable for them. So when I was called up to thank the organization on behalf of CFS, I looked at my table and I said, I understand that this is a mother-daughter event as you're celebrating Mother's Day. But I feel like I'm the luckiest mother here today because I have 7 daughters with me today. And I looked over at my table and the girls were all sobbing. Because for many of them, they have a very strained relationship with both parents. And with others, they're away from their mothers. Some of these girls are from the neighbor islands. In fact, most of them were from the Big Island. One girl was from Kauai. So it meant a lot to them for me to say that. One of the girls after that asked me to come to her aloha ceremony, which is like a graduation ceremony from Pa Ola. And I said I'd be glad to be there. I was flying in the day of her ceremony from the mainland, so I said I might be a little late. And I did arrive a little late. I arrived at about 6:30 and it had already started at about 5. And when I got there, the girls just broke out in cheers. Not because of who I am, but because it was an adult that had kept a promise to them, is the feeling I got.